Hello everyone, Rich here, back for part 7 and the final part of this SS America tutorial. Today's focus is the ship's rudder, propellers, lifeboats and anything else I can think of along the way. So we're going to start with the ship's rudder and propellers. So what we need to do is fly her all the way back to the back end of the ship and go right underneath the red section at the back, because we're going to start with the rudder. So we'll do the rudder first anyway. And hello to the to our second patron, Adam Slaughter. Your contributions are very much appreciated, so thank you for that. So here we are. Go underneath the centre of the ship, and if you can hear the noise in the background, yes, there is a chainsaw going because I've just started up recording a video. That tends to happen around here. Start recording something, and then some prick brings out the chainsaw. So there we go. Anyway, what we need to do now is go to the end of the keel, and then just go back from there and up to the vertical centre section. So this centre section at the back here, this vertical part here, we're going to add some hinges there, and I'm using cobblestone wool for that. So what we need to do is from the bottom of the vertical point we add a block of the cobblestone wool there, and then two above that, another one there. So it's two hinges like that. So then they act as hinges anyway. And then from the top block you're going to build in red down 5. So from the top here, build down 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you want to go forward 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then down 3. 1, 2, 3. Like that. So your rudder is going sort of in that shape. And then for the bottom you want to go back 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like that. And then we go up 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then forward to fill the gap. So 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. There we go. So there's your shape of your rudder, basically a fat L. And then what you need to do is just go on the inside, or go anywhere really, and just fill in the gap. All with red blocks, like so. And I'm sure that chainsaw's getting bloody louder. Didn't know Pikey's worked on Fridays. Anyway, there we go. So that's the hinge and rudder done there. You can add another hinge as well underneath, sort of in that point now to create the pivot point. But you know, up to you what you want to do. So that's the rudder done. So what we need to do now is start with the propellers. And let me just scratch myself when I think about what to do. So for the propellers, we go back to that corner of the vertical point. So here's the vertical point again on the ship's hull. Go to this corner block again, and what we're going to do is count one block up from there, go up 1 like that, and then you want to count forward 10. So count this as the first block. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then using white blocks, I'm going to count out 4. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the 5th block is where we build our propeller, like so. So it's 1 up from the corner, 10 forward, and then out 4, and build on the 5th. So that's the centre of our propeller. So you can remove the white blocks now. So this block here is where our propeller will attach. So for the propeller we need sandstone blocks and sandstone stairs, like so. So we use 1 centre block for the propeller, like so. That's for the propeller cone. And then on the red we build up 2, 1, 2, out and 1 out, and then out 2, 1 down, down 2, 1 in, and then in 2, 1 up. So basically you're building a swastika like so. And then for the details of the propeller, for the blades and that, you just use the stairs on the ends. And I'm stuck. There we go. So you just build the propeller parts like so. The propeller's a real pain in the ass to get to because it's an awkward thing to build, but hey ho, there we go. So there we are, there's our propeller, like so. Beautiful. Right, so that's that bit job done there. And then what we want to do now for the propeller shaft, go back to behind the propeller and just build from the red a long line of red until it connects to the rest of the hull, like so. So it just basically blends in. And then we go back behind the propeller again, and from that end, 1 block in from the end block, you build up 2, and then up 2 again if you can actually get there, because it's a very confined space. So there we are. So it's up 2, and then those rows you just build and connect to the rest of the hull, like so. So it's not a big job. So there we go. There's the propeller done. And that's the first propeller shaft done as well. So there we go. That's one side done. You just need to do the same on the other side. So I shall try and do that on camera. So as it's from the corner up one, we count this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we build out 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the fifth block. Remove the 4 blocks. And then we start building our propeller. So 1 block. And then we want 2 up, 1 out, 2 out, 1 down, 2 down, 1 in, 2 in, 1 up. So there's our propeller swastika thing. And then using the stairs, build the propeller blade pointy bits. And everything should fall into place quite nicely. Oh, done that one upside down. But there we go, there's a propeller done like so. And then for the propeller shaft, same as the other side, just build a long line of red blocks forward until it connects with the rest of the hull. Like so. And then for the rows of 2, one block back or forward from the propeller. And I can't actually get in there because it's too confined. Just build 2 rows of 2 up. I can't get there because it's a pain in the ass. 2 up and 2 up like that. And then we build the shaft. Or the propeller wing, if you like, forward, like so. And yes, that chainsaw is getting louder and louder, I'm sure. Alright, there we go. There's our 2 propellers. And I think they're in the same position. I'm not really sure. But to make sure, I just do a quick copy-paste to make sure of that. I don't need to do this, but I just want to make sure they're in the right place. So I just quickly do a copy. And then flip to the right. And then we paste. And everything should line up fine. Yeah, that's fine. I didn't need to copy and paste because they're all in the right place. So there we go. That is that little job done. So propellers, rudder, all sorted. Brilliant, marvellous. So that's that job done there. Now before we move on to the lifeboats, we're going to add some staircases in. And I'm just trying to work out where these go. So if we go to the back end of the boat deck on the top here, so you got the boat deck here, which is the highest deck apart from the deck house there. We've got this main deck here. So this is the boat deck. And what we need to do now is go underneath the support here, and we've got these walls, these inside walls here. And where this inside wall curves in, well, directly goes inwards and then back again, in this area here, we're going to add some staircases. So these doors here, which I put on my prototype, and I've done randomly, I'm going to remove those because we don't longer need those. And what we're going to do, we'll build some stairs going up to the next deck. So we're going to get our wood stairs. Like so. I'm going to build, I'm just trying to think out where to build these. If we start sort of 1 block forward of that end, and just build our stairs going up a minute. Actually, we start on the right block. So start there and repair any damage that I just done. And we just build our stairs going up, and hopefully this will all line up okay. So build those stairs up. Like so, and that corner there like that, so you got stairs there, and then we can start removing the blocks we need to remove to build our staircases. And I think that's enough space in that, so we just go down, and yep, that's fine. So there we are, there's the stairs in place, and then around the base of the stairs we can just add, around the top of the stairs, sorry, we just add white blocks around, like so, and then add a white block in that space there. And it should look something like that. And we're going to add the side wall as well, because we need supports under the stairs, like so, and then supports on the sides, like that. So there we are, that's that staircase there, and it don't look too bad. That chainsaw really is annoying me. Anyway, we'll do the other side, remove those doors because I don't need them, and we just build our stairs up. Just fill in the sides with the white, and I think that's okay. And I just want to make sure I've got enough headroom to get down. Yep, that's fine. So we just build the supports underneath, and then the sides up. Like so, and there we are. There's our two staircases there on the back end of the boat deck, and it don't look too bad. There's two more sets of stairs which go towards the back end of the deck closest to the. Well, you got the docking bridge there, and you got the deck across opposite that, which is here. I don't know the name of this deck, but I think it's the promenade because it's the deck below the boat decks. The boat deck's there, down to the next deck, and go to the back of that. And go to the centre of this back wall here, and we're going to count out, I think, about 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 is here. So we'll remove these white blocks here, plus the handrails, and replace any damage, which I've just done again. And then we'll build the stairs down from there. So it's basically the outside edge of the back of the back centre wall. So just build the stairs going down like so. There we go, so there's stairs there. I'll do the same the other side. There's stairs in this corner here. And then build them going down. Like so. Damn it. So there we are, there's the stairs on both sides, and what you want to do is just add the handrails to the side, so up 2, up 2, up 2. Up 2, up 2, 1, and the same the other side. And there we go, there's our two sets of stairs on the back end of that deck there. So that is that job done. So we've got 2 sets of stairs in, 3 in total if you count the ones we've done previously. And that's that job done there. So we've got the propellers, rudder, and the stairs done. I think all we need to do now is do the lifeboat. So what I'm going to do a jump cut when I work out what to do next. And how to build the lifeboats, and then we can move on. So back in a moment. Okay, back again. So what we're going to do is work on the lifeboats. So we're going to work on the first lifeboat, which is a smaller one. So this is going to go on the deck either side of the ship's wheelhouse. So there's the wheelhouse there, and this is the first deck house. And the first lifeboat will go on this raised deck here. So if we go to the back wall of this raised deck and sort of go from the corner here, and we're going to count forward about 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then from there you're going to build a line of 4 blocks inwards like that. So it's 4 like that, and then how long is this boat? This boat is 14 long, so we're going to need this. We're going to count forward another 11 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then do the same again. So inwards 4. So there we are. That's those 2 blocks there, and this will support the lifeboat itself. So on the centre of those 2 blocks, centre of the 4 blocks, sorry, you're gonna on the middle 2, you're gonna build a keel from the front set of 4 to the back set of 4. So this will be the keel of the first boat. And it should be about 12 long. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there we are. So that's the bottom of the first boat. And then at each end, you want 2 and 2 there. At the back, 2 and 2 there. And then down the sides, you want to build down the side like that. And then down the other side, like so. And there you go. There's the first boat. And if you want to, like I did on my prototype, just fill in the inside like so, and then we just add the carpet cover to it. So the carpet cover is basically like the canvas which covers it all up. Now on the prototype I used blue, but for this one we use red because that is another American sort of colour, isn't it? A sort of a United States line colour. So we use red for this one, like so. There we go, there's our first boat there. Marvellous. So you do the same on the other side with the lifeboat there. I'll work on one side for now because the other side's just going to be the same. So there we are, that's the first boat anyway. And it should look something like that. Now what we're going to do now is go to the back end of the raised deck we've just been on. And then we go down to the next deck below. So this is the boat deck now. And then for the first boat gantry davit thingy what's it, we're going to go from this last pillar here. And we're going to go to the 5th block back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to put our first gantry in there. So for the gantry itself, we want to go up 2, and then up 2 and 2 again. So 2, 2, 2, and then inwards 2, like that, and then 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Now this row of 4 here will extend to 5 the further you go back, because the ship gets slightly wider, as you can see. So where the ship gets wider, you just want to extend that to 5 rather than 4. So there you go. So anyway, that's the first gantry there. And then from one block in, or one block back from the end of the 4, you want to build up 2 like that, and then curving back 2 again like that. And you go out 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then down 1 like that. So there's your first gantry like that. And that is that. So what you want to do now is for the second gantry in the pair, you want to go back to the count back 18 blocks. So that's our first block there. So just count back to the 18th block. So that's 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And then we do the same again. I just want to make sure there should be a 17 block gap between each gantry. There is. So that's fine. So it's basically, as long as you've got an 18 gap between the 2 gantries, you're okay. So we do the same again. So it's up 2, 2, 2 again, and then 2 in, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the up 2, out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down 1. And there we go. There's our first pair of gantries there like that. Marvellous. And then for the next pair, when you go along, you just leave a single block gap, and then you do the same again. So each gantry or each pair is separated by a single block. So just get the first of the second gantries in place. And there we go. Then you leave another 18 block gap or 17 block gap and do the same again. But anyway, that is the first pair there. And then between the first pair, we're going to go to the outside edge of the ship, and then count on the gantry, count up 1, and then up 2, and then sort of go inwards 2, I think. And then from there you're going to put 1 block there like so. So basically 1, so you go up 1, 2, 3, go up to the 4th block, and then 1 in, or 2 in rather, like so. So you're 2 in from the edge, and then from there you want to build your boat. So it's down, so it's 1 block like that, and you put 1 block above, and then you move 2 down like so. So the boat is suspended by 1 block. So there we are like that, and we do the same on the other side. So we'll go down, where is it? Go down 2, and then down 2 again. And then we build our bottom of our boat. So I'm just trying to do this as best I can. Now there's our boat sort of suspended, and then this boat is 5 wide. So we just want to build the base of the boat round like so. So that makes it 3 wide, and then at each end you're going to go out 2 like that, and then 1, and then out 2 the other side, and the same at the other end, and then build the sides. Like so, this is the same design I use on most of my boats, so it's a bit more complicated because it's suspended in air. But there we go. That's the first boat in place, and we can add the cover to the top. Like so. So there's our first boat in place, and then we just add the red cover like so. And it shouldn't look too bad, in theory anyway. And there we go, that's our first boat done. And there, don't look too bad, do it? So we'll do that thing along the side. So there should be 7 of these boats along the side there. I don't know if I said that before, but these big boats, there should be 7 down each side. So yeah, you want to do the next one along. So what I'll do the next gantry, and then we'll put the next boat in place. So just get the next thingy in place. So that's 18 blocks back. We'll do the same again. So this gantry is going to go on the inside, 1 block in from the edge, because of the ship is curved in that direction. So just get these out of the way. There we go, there's our second gantry there. And we'll just get the next boat in place. try and do this as quick as I can. And like I say, the boats are vague at best. You know, they're not a brilliant design. If you want to take it upon yourself to do the design yourself, then by all means do so, because anything's better than what I do. So yeah, do what you want to do. But I just get this second boat out the way. There we go, there's the boat in place, and we're just filling the gap on the top. There we go, and then the red top. So I'm not explaining this very well, but it's best to do your own thing with this thing, because it's a pain in the ass otherwise. And there we go, there's boat number 2 in place. So like I said, that's 2 boats in place. You want 7 of those along each side. So anyway, that's the first 2 done. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do a jump cut while I work out, or put the others in place, and then we can move on from there. But anyway, we're getting them in place. Doesn't look too bad. So yeah, but anyway, like I say, I'll do a jump cut, sort out the rest, and then we'll move on. So back in a moment. Right, back again. So there's all the lifeboats in place down one side, and they were a bit of a pain in the ass to put in place because of the contours of the ship, but they're in there anyway, and they don't look too bad. And that's all 7 down one side. I've done the other side as well, so we've got 14 boats, or 14 main boats plus 2 at the front, and it don't look too bad. So that is pretty much the SS America done. The last job really is to add the handrails, so I'll get our handrails out of the inventory, and we shall start hand railing away. So it's normally the time I start having a rant, but I've already had a moan today at that bloody bloke with a chainsaw, so don't really know what to do. So we'll just get the handrails. Basically anywhere where there's an edge on the structure, just put handrails around and everything should look fine, and that will be this ship all done and dusted. So just get this thing out of the way. I can use weld edit for the straight edges, so I shall get those out the way and go all the way forward on the main superstructure here, so down to the front end there. We do replace 0 with 101, and that worked there. We just add the handrails around the edge again, up to the lifeboat at the front end. So there, that's one side done, from the back end up to the bridge wing there. I'll do the other side as well. I'm going to do all sides really, but yeah. So I'm just sort of thinking what build I should do for the next tutorial, because I put 3 in the pole, and of course the SS America come out on top, but the other 2 are the Bloemfontein Castle and MS Batory. But I'm sort of thinking which one should I do next. I'll probably do another pole again to get those 2 out of the way, so we'll wait and see on that one. But anyway, that's the first deck of the superstructure done. Just going to do the next deck down again and do the same thing again. These ones will go between the lifeboat gantries at the bottom, and a bit awkward around this area here, but no big deal. But yeah, just sort of thinking. I do have 2 more ships under construction at the moment as well, but they're not really worth talking about at the moment. So we just hold our breath on those ones. But yeah, there's the MS Batory, the Bloemfontein Castle, and then the other one, which is the Capricorna. So sort of thinking I should add that to the poll for the next one really. But we'll see. So we'll sort of pondering ahead, and that's that deck done. I'll do the other side, get that one out of the way. There we go. Get these last handrails out of the way. to there, and then back inwards into the centre, and around that gap as well. As you come back to that, around the stairs, and I think that's pretty much it. I think you've done all the handrails elsewhere. So yeah, I've got a bit of a shadow issue as well, but that's no big deal. So yeah, that is pretty much the SS America done. But I'm going to do a poll again soon for the next ship of the tutorial class, or tutorial series rather. The Bloemfontein Castle, the MS Batory, and the Capricorna, because those 3 ships are the next 3 to come along. And then I'll probably work on these 2 for a bit longer as well. For those of you who are interested, that thing over there in the distance, I am trying to do a sort of Costa Concordia sort of thing, but I've only got so far, and I haven't really proceeded any further than that. But with the amount of people constantly bragging on about the Costa Concordia, I have decided to have a go. I'm not saying I'm going to do a tutorial for it. I'm just going to try and see how far I get and see if I can actually finish something like that before I make a decision on it. Because the modern ships are basically a hull and 7,000 or 8,000 cabins stuck on top, and I don't really feel I want to do that, because it just sort of copy paste the whole bloody thing, you know. And they don't really have much go for them, so I prefer a ship like this, you know, something like this with a bit of design, a bit of character, and you can identify it just by looking at it. Whereas a modern cruise ship like that thing over there, when it's done, you sort of need to read the name to know what it is. But we'll see. But anyway, that is, you know, that is the Costa Concordia beginnings, so we'll wait and see on that one. No promises, but anyway, there we go. I'm not going to explain this one just yet because I've forgotten the name of it. I have got it written down. Anyway, this one is it's the Stefan Batory, but it's the name it was before it became the Stefan Batory. So I can't remember. It's a Dutch ship anyway, so I'll wait and see. I've got it written down, but I can't remember what it was called. But anyway, that's that. So that is that's all that bullshit done with. Anyway, that's the SS America done. Thanks for watching, subscribing, commenting, complaining, and all that other shit. It's very much appreciated. It keeps me going. And consider becoming a patron, because YouTube are constantly demonetizing and giving me absolute tiddly squat for what I do. And any donations are appreciated. It's not as I was saying you have to. Just I'm just shaking the tin under your nose, if you know what I mean. But yeah, you know, anything is appreciated. But anyway, that's that. So this is Rich signing off, logging off, and disappearing. And I shall return with another video soon. So bye for now.